have your systems in place. Have your systems in place. Have the SOPs out there, the standard operating procedures of doing something. Have them ready to go. Write them as you're going along. Have your, whoever's on your team, have your team members write their SOPs for the different tasks that they're performing. So the SOPs are standard operating procedures, which basically is why you're doing something and what is the purpose of that, why it's important in your business, what are the steps A through Z to get that task completed, and when is the task completed? What does a completed task look like? And have it written down, have all the tools in place, have the logins in place, or where to get the logins. It's just something where it's easy access, and it's also literally anybody can pop in, look at those SOPs and figure it out. Because that's the whole point. We don't want to be dependent on any one person. And what happens is, as an entrepreneur, as you're building your business, you start becoming dependent on your team members, which is fine, but you need to have a working knowledge of how to do certain things. And that working knowledge is not there so you can get into the nitty-gritty. It's not there so you can start micromanaging, but it's there when you need to get into the trenches, you have the capability of doing it. And you're not gonna be some dumbfounded person who's just standing around lost. I have been there, so I speak from experience. It sucks, and it's not something you want to do as an entrepreneur. You feel like you don't have a good grip on your business, and you also, for me at least, I felt like, man, how can I be a leader when I myself don't know what I'm doing? And so those are some ways for me, in my opinion, for myself to have a better grip on my business, have a working knowledge of how things work. Whether or not I'm very proficient in it or an expert in it doesn't matter. It's a working knowledge, then that's what I need. I need to know how to get from A to Z. Now, those SOPs are super important because you don't have to do the work on it on a daily because it's not your zone of genius, but you should still have a working knowledge of it. And, so you become, one of my really good friends shared this with me, you become dependent on the process and the position, but not on the person. Life happens, dynamics change, people go in and out. And so we cannot depend on one person, but we can absolutely depend on the process that's been set out and laid out for us and the systems that have been placed. So keep that in mind.